All right, folks, welcome to Bikers Inner Circle on Internet Highways, and we got my good buddy Paul Cox on the phone. How you doing there, brother?
I'm good. How are you today, Charlie?
Oh, man, I'm just, it's over here. They got them California fires, man, and it looks like it's pretty smoke. It looks like a bunch of Bob Marleys are hanging around my house and stuff, just blowing stuff off the roof.
Don't inhale, man. Don't inhale.
Hey, so, man, you just got off the road, huh?
Yeah, I just got back from this SNS 50th anniversary this weekend. It was great. It was a amazing turnout, some beautiful machines, and I built a bike for SNS. And the event they had in Wisconsin this weekend was just phenomenal. It's amazing.
Now you're going to be at the 150th anniversary this year? You're going to be back?
I'm not going to be able to make that. The next thing I'm going to be doing is Sturgis, but I'm not going to make the 105th. No.
Yeah. Well, Sturgis, folks, we're going to have Paul over at the Buffalo Chip on August 6th. That's a Wednesday, and we're going to be filming from 4 to 6, and it's going to be pretty cool stuff, man. We're doing it with a live audience, and we got Woody and Paul and Ross and Rotten's going to be our music entertainment. And, Fry Brothers is supposed to be there, and even Scott Long's supposed to come on in and stuff. So we're going to have a pretty cool thing. It's kind of like the Jay Leno show, except it's the Good Time Charlie show. Anyway, hey, Paul, some of the bikes you're working and building on now, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. I got a few projects in the works. This one that I had just done for SNS, they offer a new panhead engine. It's a beautiful engine. I got the components for one of their panheads, but I got the two front heads. So I built a really exotic engine based on their panhead with two front cylinder heads, sort of XR 750 style, like they used to race.
Yeah.
And two separate carbs, and I had to reconfigure the exhaust port on the rear head. Just make all these different changes to it to make it all run together, and had Andrews make a custom cam for it, and I had a lot of fun with that. So I'll have that out in Sturgis for sure. And then I'm also working on a couple of customers' bikes that are going to be pretty neat, but also this 1925 JD.
Wow.
That I'm real excited about, and so that's real close to being done. I'm not sure if I'm going to have that out at Sturgis. I really want to kind of take the time on it.
Well, that's cool, man. When we do the filming for Sturgis Ride Live, bring one of the bikes and we'll put it right there in the front of where we're filming and stuff, and do a thing with that too, man. That'd be great.
Sure, you got it. Yeah, I'm real excited about getting this JD done too. That's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and it's coming out real neat. I think people will get a kick out of it.
Well, the folks that are listening to my show, that we got people from all over that listen, Europe and all. But if you were hiding under the rock years ago, Paul did a lot of work with Indian Larry and Keno. You seen Keno lately?
Yeah, I see Keno from time to time. He's doing his own thing now. He's got a shop down here in Brooklyn. He stops by and says hello.
Brooklyn. Yeah, I love the New York guys. You guys are too much over there.
Yeah, we have a good time. We take this stuff seriously, though.
Yeah, I know.
But we still like to have our fun. We build this stuff because we ride them hard, and that's the way we build them.
Well, hey, when did you first meet Indian Larry? How'd that story? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, let's see. I moved to New York in '89, and then getting into the bike scene in New York City on the Lower East Side. Larry was a big part of that, and I've been doing my stuff through a couple of different bike shops in Lower East Side, and then finally hooked up with Larry, and we became best of friends ever since. And we worked for a few years together at a shop called Psycho Cycles, and then ended up together over here in Brooklyn as Gasoline Alley, and then we just went under the name Indian Larry, and we were together for about 15 years, and he was the best man at my wedding, and was really my best pal, and he taught me so much, and was just a great mentor and a great friend, and really taught me beyond just the nuts and bolts of the thing, but more like just an approach on life. He just really had a whole.
You hit it right on the spot there, brother.
Well, I appreciate that very much. I know Larry would appreciate that too. I mean, it's just about the work, and it's about the the art and the philosophy on life and how it relates to what we do, and that's really the bottom line, and the brotherhood, and that's just as important as the bikes themselves. I mean, the connection to people that are into this as deeply as we are.
Yeah. Well, speaking of art too, man, your seats, man, your leather work, man, is I mean, that's an American art, right? I mean, that should be put down somewhere as, you know, an American art, just from like back in the day, you know, when folk, the Indians, everybody that just, you know, did their own stuff. I mean, your work is phenomenal, man. Your seat work and stuff, and all your leather work, man. You know.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you. I mean, that's kind of just one part of the big picture. You know, I just enjoy all types of art and creativity, and
well,
I appreciate that very much.
I bet you're a hell of an artist, man. I mean, I bet you could just grab some canvas and go at it, you know.
I do paint a lot. Do paintings and sculptures. I had, you know, a lot of gallery shows in the early years when I was here in the city, and actually just had some art up in a show a couple of months ago here in Brooklyn, a little gallery thing. So you know, I kind of, you know, do a lot of different little odds and ends.
Wow, that's cool, brother. See,
sometimes it doesn't feel that way on the inside, though.
Yeah, I know.
You know, sometimes we're suffering on the inside trying to make the stuff work.
Oh, I know.
I mean, the diversity of some of the builders out there that are really accomplishing something, you know, the diversity and the background of what they can do and what they know how to do, I think is really important to being a chopper builder specifically, you know, because it's kind of like each build, each approach has to be unique, and you bring things in from other aspects of your life, whether it's from, you know, just something that you just learned 5 minutes ago, or you learned, you know, 10 years ago, and it's good to kind of be a sponge, like absorb all things about the world and the universe, and then bring it into your work, you know, and I think that's a really important aspect of what we do. every day was like that. He was just funny in general because, you know, he didn't kind of have to feel like he had to fall into that sort of stereotype of being the whole, like, you know, tough guy, check me out, you know, I'm bigger and badder than you kind of thing. So he would just always wear his, you know, his goofy purple sweatpants and his flip-flops and his, you know, just whatever he wanted that he was comfortable in, and just didn't care what people thought. But, you know, being goofy, I mean, you know, we'd be walking down Avenue A, middle of New York City, and he'd just drop his pants down to his knees and have his willy hanging out just to make you laugh. You know what I mean? He would just always do stuff like that.
Oh, man.
Every day he would just have the weirdest kind of take on things, and, you know, some little comment would come out that maybe wouldn't catch you right away, and he was just a really funny guy to be around. I mean, to pick one little story or one episode is just really kind of the hardest thing to do, but he was just such a free spirit, and just honestly didn't care what people thought. You know, he just wanted to have fun and enjoy life, and like he would say, you know, try not to kill
it, you know.
Yeah, I was really blessed by those years that we had together, and, you know, he really you know, was very generous with sharing his knowledge, and you know, he just really enjoyed the people around him and really cared a lot about his friends, and you don't find many people that you know, that possess the qualities that he did.
Now let me ask you this one: do you have any youngsters coming up that are seeking you out and trying to learn some stuff from you, and are you sharing some of the knowledge and, you know, the tradition thing, or?
Yeah, I try to. I mean, kids get in touch from time to time, either, you know, through email, or at a lot of the shows, you know, you get to meet a lot of the young kids, and and I tell you, I'm blown away by what some of these youngsters are doing these days, and you know, if they've got a little bit of guidance with their dad, and you know, I didn't necessarily have that. You know, I had a dad that was really into hot rodding and all that kind of thing, but we didn't really share it too much. I kind of had to figure it out all on my own, and you know, if somebody comes up and they want to talk about some things, you know, that either their kid's doing, or a kid comes up and wants to talk about his ideas, I'm just always more than happy to sit there and spend as much time as I can with them.
Well, that's very cool.
You know, they seem to really kind of, you know, appreciate it, and you know, maybe it helps them solidify what they have, you know, that they want to do.
Right.
Yeah, it's Paul Cox Industries, paulcoxindustries.com.
That's cool, brother. And so, hey, we're gonna be in Sturgis and stuff, so I'm looking forward to that, man. And hey, man, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, brother. And this is your first time on the show. And the show's like 4 years old now, so I'm sorry I didn't get you on sooner, but I sure would like to have you on. I sure would like to have you on time from now, again and again, you know.
Absolutely.
Hey, so I'd like to dedicate, you know, my title track, Iron Buffalo. I wrote about you guys. I'd like to dedicate that to you, Paul, and love and respect to you, brother. And hey, man, you know, just ride that baby to the stars, okay?
That's what they're built for. I appreciate it, Charlie, very much.
All right, this is Iron Buffalo off my title track, and it's dedicated to Paul. I'll see you in Sturgis, brother. I love you.
All right, man. Love you too, man. You take it easy.
All right.